This presentation looks at Children First Essential School Compliance, providing an introduction and background. It also looks at child protection safeguarding inspections. It should be noted that schools have until the end of 2026 to formally adopt the updated child protection procedures. An outline of the topics covered in this presentation are the Children First Act 2015 and the important changes it brings for schools, the legal framework that underpins child protection, the purpose of the procedures, the legal responsibilities of mandated persons, the concept of harm in relation to child protection, and child protection safeguarding inspections. There is now a statutory requirement on schools to keep pupils safe from harm. A child safeguarding statement must be reviewed annually, and the child safeguarding statement must include a risk assessment. All registered teachers are mandated persons who must report child protection concerns to TUSLA or assist TUSLA in assessing child protection risks if requested, and there are now definitions of harm and thresholds of harm. The following acts of the Oireachtas provide the legal basis upon which child protection in Ireland relies. Each of these acts, in their own way, provides protection for children, for those reporting child abuse, and ensure that those working with children are properly vetted. The Child Protection Procedures for Schools 2025 provide all the procedures required to implement child protection in primary schools. This publication by the Department of Education is based on the publication Children First from the Department of Children, Disability and Equality. A school's child protection policy and procedures should provide the necessary information to all school personnel to help them to be alert to and be aware of what to do in situations where there is a concern, suspicion, or allegation that a child may have been abused or neglected, is being abused or neglected, or is at risk of abuse or neglect. All teachers registered with the Teaching Council are mandated persons. Mandated persons have two legal obligations. Firstly, to report any reasonable concerns of harm above a threshold to TUSLA, and secondly, to assist TUSLA if and when required. Mandated persons cannot report a concern anonymously. They will be identified by TUSLA or the Gardaí when making a report. While there are no criminal sanctions for teachers who fail to report under the Children First Act 2015, there are possible administrative sanctions. A complaint may be made by TUSLA to the Teaching Council, or a complaint may be made to the National Vetting Bureau. The concept of harm is now defined in the Children First Act Section 2 as follows: assault, ill treatment or neglect of the child in a manner that seriously affects or is likely to seriously affect the child's health, development or welfare, or sexual abuse of a child, whether caused by a single act or omission or circumstance, or a series or combination of acts, omissions or circumstances, or otherwise. Section 2.2 of the 2025 Child Protection Procedures for Schools describes the four main types of abuse: neglect, emotional abuse, physical abuse, and sexual abuse, and outlines how abuse and neglect can be recognised. All school personnel should be familiar with signs and behaviours that may be indicative of child abuse. In February 2019, the Department of Education introduced child protection safeguarding inspections. They are designed to ensure that all schools are fully compliant and implementing the procedures. The results of inspections will be published, and schools will be graded as follows: fully compliant, substantially compliant, partially compliant, or not compliant. A child protection safeguarding inspection will occur every time a kicker calls to a school, except in relation to school self-evaluation advice. On all other occasions, one of the following CPSI levels will apply. A Level 1 CPSI will apply when there's a curriculum evaluation, special educational needs, or an incidental inspection. This level consists of checks 1 to 3, which is 20 subjects. A Level 2 CPSI will occur when during a WSE or a WSE MLL. It will consist of checks 1 to 8, a total of 47 subjects. A Level 3 CPSI is a full CPSI. It will include all 10 checks or 67 subjects, 65 of which apply to primary schools, and the results will be in a published report. The chart on the slide outlines the 3 levels of check undertaken by the inspectorate, the number of checks associated with each level, the types of information sought for this check, and the number of sub-checks associated with each check. Full details of each can be found in a guide to child protection and safeguarding inspections on the department's website.